You're watching the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Squadron, Mad Ants, and another G League Division game fighting for seeding, which the playoffs start tonight. 4 and 5 matchup will be playing tonight, and the rest will play in the morning. It's very important to be the top seed, or as close to the top seed as possible. 13-7 Squadron leading the Mad Ants in this G League matchup. I apologize for some of the technical difficulties. Squadron leading early on the G League, the high school division, trying to get the seeding to determine who plays tonight in the G League playoffs and who will play tomorrow morning. Squadron with that small lead over the Mad Ants. G League, very tough division. Legends and Hustle will play right after our dinner break, and then the 4 and 5 seed will play at 8:30 for our first playoff game. Coming into today's games in the G League, the Hustle 4-0, the Crews 3-1, Mad Ants 2-2, Legends 1-3, and the Squadron 0-4. We'll be back with the last 5 minutes of the first half after this break. – 13-7 Squadron in the last 5 of the first half. On the baseline, fading away, Ortiz rims it out to Ellis. Spear the other way for the Squadron. Goes across, Ortiz the steal. No defense gets back, it's only Ortiz. Mad Ants looking to close that gap before heading into the half. Another low-scoring G League game. We saw this in yesterday's battles. For every single league, it was the split between lunch and dinner. The teams just not scoring as much as what we've seen in prior games. And when it comes to the G League, we just saw another battle on court 2 that ended roughly 30 minutes ago, where it came down to the final 2 minutes, battling back and forth. It lasted a long time, and then Uhas, one of the stars of the camp, nailed a 3 to take the lead as time expired and won the game. The G League filled with competition. Coach Roth and Coach Garski have had a rivalry over the last 2 years here at the summer basketball camp, and they're looking to continue that rivalry into yet another championship game. Roth wants to take it away from Garski this time because Garski got that Disney championship last year where Garski was going to Disneyland the day after camp ended, and he took himself a championship trophy all the way down, has a picture with his trophy inside Disneyland. Boykin, speaking of inside, goes right down the middle, gets it through. Hackett in the corner, defended by Reen. Great defense, keeping his hands out, staying close, trying to push Hackett back into the corner without fouling. Reen's game has certainly increased over the last couple of years. He said that wasn't able to make it last year, but now at the camp with his 2 brothers, Sean Reen in the same division, Luke Reen in the D-League. All 3 of them, fantastic basketball skills. Shout out to their dad, Nate Reen. Glad to see him again back on Monday, dropping off the campers. We'll see him tomorrow as well. Maybe if he's watching right now, we'll get him on the microphone during potential championship game if he can lead the Mad Ants there. Spear pushes inside. One final shot. Boykin will go up and under on the reverse. Pop up short, and as time expires, Spear. Have a close one here in the G League. We'll head to the second half. 17 minutes left to play as we see a shot from a little while ago from Ellis inside. And then F4. Okay. Second half, 19-18 score correction. Squadron just up by one. It's a tight G League battle. Mad Ants trying to stay ahead. The Squadron, who are at the bottom of the barrel in the G League, trying to upset them here. Have one more G League after our dinner break, and then we'll have the playoffs in between the 4th and 5th seeds. This determining who will get there. Haidlin underneath, uses the backboard, gets around Lopez. Boykin. Lost the handle, trying to push it out to the corner. Carrillo right will then get right back on defense. The trust they have as teammates. When somebody makes a mistake, it's not about getting angry. It's about immediately going into the next play. Mistakes happen. You just have to fight through it. Hackett and Reen tied up. A great job by Sean Reen to stay in the mix. Didn't have full possession yet, so he can tie it up for the jump ball, which gets it back for the Mad Ants. Lopez, Boykin, Reen, and Carrillo right, the 5 on the court for head coach Garski. Lopez gets it deflected out of bounds. Haidlin the last to touch it, so it stays with the Mad Ants. Lopez, the catalyst on the baseline, looking for options. Goes up and down to Boykin. He's being face guarded, so Haidlin didn't know where the ball was going to be. Carrillo right. Tossing up a 3. Rebound, Boykin. Here he goes on the attack again. A great finisher at the rim. Haidlin in the corner. Boykin not forcing a trap, but playing tight defense. Hadlin tries to step through it. Ball comes out, and Hadlin can't believe he missed the first time, and then the sea of white jersey is able to stay there and grab it, take it down for the Mad Ants, who still follow by one. Boykin on the attack, gives up Lopez his three, splashes through. Perfect accuracy. Lopez gives the Mad Ants the 2-point lead. Leading pass just goes over the reach of Lopez.
So I got 21-23.
Jones gets the screen, pulls up for three, Pogo's out. Reen straight up for the board. Add that to the category. Reen stacking his numbers, a fantastic player. He can score anytime he wants. Though he has Boykin on his team, Lopez, Ortiz getting it to the shooters on the outside, in which Reen can do the same, but the unselfish gameplay sets up the Mad Ants for success. Boykin, there he goes, past Hadlin, reverse, not going to go. Boykin picks up a foul there, no full court press either. On the drive, it's Hackett fading away. Got it. Creeps over the rim. Reen with more great defense, not allowing Hackett to force a foul against him. Deep three. Reen. Pogos nearly goes, but takes the wrong direction and out of bounds. Tied at 23. It's the G League at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. So with the clips, there's an audio override. So with the clips, there's an audio override feature, so it automatically mutes everything else, and it'll play the audio for the clips. From the corner, it's Kaikin hitting for three. The Mad Ants not backing away. They have a lead by one. Spear, Hadlin, Jones, Ellis. And now Taylor with it. That's the 5 on the court for Squadron. Taylor trying to get it to creep over. Bad bounce off the rim. Needs a little bit more of a softer touch. Boykin will grab and go. Boykin trying to do it himself. Double teamed. Gets his own miss and gets the putback. Count it for 3 as Boykin gets fouled, putting it through. That's 6 straight for the Mad Ants. 29-25, taking one of their largest leads of 4. Kaikin disrupts the play. It was meant for Taylor, batted out of bounds, and they say Taylor was the last to touch, so the Mad Ants will get it. Lopez, the drive, hacked at. No whistle call. Lopez, a lot of contact. Just have to get back on defense. Jones steps into a 3. Way too much. Kaikin shuffling out, trying to save it. Great effort. Unfortunately, steps out of bounds. Taylor under the basket to score on. Spear. Out. There's Ellis. That's Hadlin, my apologies. Ortiz. Got it. Knocked down 3. Garski pulling up the 3. So is Padilla. And Lopez knocking it down to push the Mad Ants ahead by 7. That's the largest lead of the game for them. Ortiz, the grab and go. Working on Jones. Carrillo right, step back 3, looks good, short. Jones, up and down, got it. Squadron finally end the run from the Mad Ants. Boykin taking a lot of contact. They'll let him play through it, and Boykin not complaining, just going back down. Taylor up and down to Ellis. He wasn't prepared for it. Lopez was standing in front, too. He creates the steal. Carrillo right to Ortiz. 3 from the corner. Under a minute to go until our next break. It's the Mad Ants leading by 5.
We got 45 seconds. That was them.
Little miscommunication on the court. Clock continues to run. 35 seconds till the next break. The Mad Ants wanting to continue this energy. See what they can do. Taylor puts it over Kaikin. fight for it in between Hadlin and Boykin. Lopez gets away with the travel, then he loses it, gets the handle back. Boykin will reset the offense. Boykin lost it in the travel, and that'll lead us to the timeout. 32-27 is the score. We'll have the final 7 minutes when we return. For the clip, and then now this is out of the break. Squadron goes straight to attack. Mad Ants had the 5-point lead at the break, and now the Squadron make it 3. Ortiz over Spear. That's a tough shot. Boykin, board. Protects the paint. He's the owner of the key. Can open any door he wants. Reen just off again from deep. Sean Reen can get hot. He just needs to see that first one go down. Hackett. Reen strips it away. He has Carrillo right up court. Can't get it to him. So instead he goes to Ortiz. Sean Reen still waiting on that left side wing. Hackett's playing off of him, which gives Reen the opportunity to shoot. Reen is playing help defense, leaves Hackett all alone. The grab and go from Boykin. Hadlin riding his hip all the way down. Ortiz off left. Spear steps back, thought about it. Carrillo right. Enough pressure to make him force a pass. Boykin on the spin. Oh, he does it again. Right side spin, left side spin. The spin cycle, and then he dries him off as he pushes it through. Spear, the back down spin, no. Boykin not holding back, always attacking. Hadlin finally able to stop him. Mad Ants, no lack of scoring for sure in the second half. Boykin doing a lot of work inside the paint, trusting their team no matter where they're at, knowing their skills, knowing their strong suits. The Squadron always able to answer back. Hackett, quick floater. There's another fight for it. Hackett and Carrillo right, and yet again the winner is the Mad Ants. Almost no second chance opportunities for the Squadron. Mad Ants crashing the boards. It's a specialty of head coach Garski. Basketball knowledge through the roof. Great coaches here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, high school, college, and NBA. We had the visit yesterday from our NBA coach. Always having fun times every week. We have the camp. It's a new NBA coach. We've had Akachi Akugo multiple times here. Always a player favorite, and Coach Riki yesterday working with everyone and their teams. 34-31, closing in on that 2-minute mark. 2 minutes be crucial to who comes out on top and how that seeding works moving into tonight's first G League playoff game. Boykin takes about 6 steps, but there was also an arm wrapped around his neck from Hadlin. Been battling all day, all week. Corner 3. Pogo's down and out. Boykin a little too far away to crash the board and see if he can keep it with the Mad Ants. So now defense returns as Hadlin gonna pop up. Get our 2-minute timeout here. The Mad Ants just ahead. It's final 2 minutes. A stop clock whenever necessary and more. We'll see if the Mad Ants can hold on to it. Final 2 minutes. Mad Ants leading by 3. Coach Garski wants another win. We'll see if he can get it here or if the Squadron can pull ahead for a victory. Hadlin has been working overtime to try to get this to happen. 3 ball won't go. They can play full court press at this point too. Hadlin doing that against Lopez. Poke out from behind. Lopez somehow staying with it, avoiding the travel. Milliseconds away from taking that third step, but got it out to Ortiz before he did. The drive. Bounce won't go through. Offensive board. Carrillo right, keeping that full court press. Goes out of bounds, which will stop the clock. Looking for an inbound. Gets it in. Clock restarts at 1:15. Spear slowly bringing it down. The Mad Ants not out of the story yet. Want to write the end for this game. The Squadron are the only ones that stand in their way. 1 minute and counting. Minutes turns to seconds in this G League battle. Jones, they need a 3 to tie it up. Goes inside. They'll get within 1 after the shot from Taylor. Coach saying we're down 1. Morales needs 1 more basket, but they need a stop first. Boykin gets double teamed, hands it out to Ortiz. That's Lopez, rather. 20 seconds. Reen drives in. Floater can't extend it. Spear going for the fight. There goes Carrillo right to keep it alive for the Mad Ants. 10 seconds now. 5. And a foul will stop the clock at 4 seconds. And it'll be a 1-and-1. They will leave Lopez at the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Garski will send the others back to play defense. Boykin will be the only one outside of Lopez to stay down just in case Lopez misses. Last thing you want to do is foul and give 3 shots to the opposing team. A timeout called, so as soon as he grabs it, they call the timeout. It'll leave 4 seconds there. Coach Morales will try to lead his team into one last play to get a win, 34-33.
There's 3 seconds.
3 seconds left. Mad Ants leading the Squadron by 1. The Squadron have the ball in hand. Morales called the timeout for the Squadron. We just saw a buzzer beater the last G League game a little while ago on court 2. 3 seconds. Taylor on the inbound. Throws it deep. No one is there except for Reen. Ball goes out. There is no touch of the ball, so the Mad Ants will get the ball on that side. On the inbound pass, if no one touches the ball and it goes back out of bounds, the ball will be placed back to where they inbounded the ball, and now Coach Garski is going to call a timeout. We'll get their final possession after this message. 3 seconds still on the clock. It's the Mad Ants. They lead by 1. Coach Garski has drawn up a play to take the last 3 seconds off the clock. Inbound to Carrillo right. No foul, and the Mad Ants are going to be the ones who win it. They hold on to the 1-point lead, 34-33, and that's the end of it. You've been watching the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. One more game before dinner right here on Court 1.